Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. My guest this evening is Dave Putnam from the Miracle League. Dave, welcome. How are you?
Thanks for having me back.
Hey, buddy.
Appreciate
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. Thank you. So, Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself and exactly what the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut is and what you guys do.
Sure. So we are the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut. We are in the process of fundraising to build the second fully accessible athletic field for kids with disabilities in the state of Connecticut. And so I'm lucky enough, I'm also the Park and Rec Director for the town of East Lyme. So the field is going to be in East Lyme at Flanders Elementary School. And like I said, we are looking to privately fundraise for this great project. It's going to be worthwhile to thousands of kids in our area with kids with disabilities and give them a chance to play. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what we're doing. So
now, how are things going?
Things are great. We are probably 16 months into our fundraising for it. The initial phase is approximately $500,000. We just have cleared the $450,000 mark in our fundraising. We're getting very close. We have some feelers out there and some other fundraisers going on, so that we feel comfortable that we can go out to bid on our project here in the next couple of weeks. So we're excited about that.
Now, once the project goes out to bid and the field's going to be built, you guys are going to still continue to fundraise and raise money, right?
Absolutely. This is just phase one of our project. Is the field. Phase two is a fully accessible playscape or playground area, and then phase three would be a restroom and concession storage building. The whole cost, our estimated cost, is $1.1 million. So, yeah, we have a very dedicated board that's dedicated to raising the funds to get this done and get it complete and have it be where it's no taxpayer money. It's all privately funded. Yeah.
I've heard about the board of directors for the organization.
We have a new member. Thank you for that. Yes,
welcome.
And thank you for being on our board. It's great that we needed to reach out to different people on both sides of the bridges, and so we're East Lyme. We're stuck right in between the Groton and the old Saybrook Bridge, and so we need to broaden our reach. And it was nice that through our contact and our relationship that you were nice enough to serve on our board of directors.
Absolutely. So speaking of fundraisers, what else we got? What do we got coming up?
So we got a ton of stuff coming up in the fall, and the fall is really kind of a way for us to kick off. The first thing we have is, and this is one thing that's been really neat about the project before I get into some of the fundraisers, is that people have come to us with different types of fundraising ideas and stuff. We haven't gone out and approached, we have a few things that we do specifically, but other companies, organizations, businesses have gotten behind our cause. And so the first one for this fall is coming up is at Yankees, a Scots Yankee farmer in East Lyme. They have a corn maze. The big train maze is coming up this year from August 31st through November 3rd. They're open on a daily basis, and a part of that proceeds will come to benefit the Miracle League. So that's an instance where they came to us and kind of wanted to be involved, and they have something that's been very successful in our area, and so we're excited to have that. And then in October is when we really gear up in the fall. So our big event, and we have a huge weekend on October 12th, and it's Columbus Day weekend. And the first thing is the second annual Niantic Bay Oyster Festival. And so we did our first annual last year with all the proceeds, and it will be the same again this year. We'll go to the Miracle League field. And last year we raised about $18,000 in one day, and with it being the second year and some momentum, and people were felt really comfortable about coming and had a great time when they were there, that we're expecting to at least raise that, if not a little bit. Our hope is, if weather's good, that we raise a little bit more than that and get us a little bit step closer. So that's coming up on October 12th. It's at St. John's Church in Niantic on Main Street. They have a big field in the back. We have beer vendors, food vendors. We have 3 music acts coming in. We have 2 booked so far. We have Whiskey, Wine, and Coke, who's coming as a trio, and then we have the Paul Lucier Band so far booked for our bands. We're going to book one more live entertainment. So it'll be live entertainment all day, oyster shucking contest, like I said, plenty of food, beer, and then we also have a golf ball drop where we sell golf balls for $5, and you get a numbered golf ball, and if that's the golf ball that drops closest to the pin, That's the winner for a raffle type of thing. And we have a big ladder truck come from our local fire department and drop hopefully 2,000 golf balls onto the ground. And so it's a way for us to do another fundraiser. So
oh my goodness.
Excited about that. We have at the East Lyme Community Center, we have a walk of horror, this like a haunted house type thing through our community center, and a portion of those proceeds will come to the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut for our project. And then we have a scrapbooking crop. I'm not sure exactly, those scrapbooker fans all know what that is, but it's a day where people come and do scrapbooking and do all that kind of things, and so the proceeds from that are coming to us. And then our big one is coming up is Friday, December 6th, and it's our benefit. It's a gala. It's called Playing for a Miracle. It's at the Mohegan Sun. It's in the Earth Ballroom. Mohegan Sun's been great to us about providing us with the ballroom and helping us out with this fundraiser. Last year we raised $77,000.
Oh my goodness!
And that was based on Bobby Valentine was our guest speaker last year. We're working on our panel for this year. We had some local professional baseball players come, some UConn players. Nick Ahmed, who's now with the Arizona Diamondbacks, was there. John Andrioli. Rajay Davis is an East Lyme resident, and he was there. Pete Walker, who's the pitching coach for the Toronto Blue Jays, was there, and he's on our advisory board as well.
All right.
Craig Breslow pitched for the Red Sox in the World Series. So we had a nice, great panel that spoke about the importance of baseball and being active and playing and that kind of thing. And then also, we call it Playing for a Miracle so that we want people to come. It's a casual event. We have cornhole boards going all day. We have some other kinds of things. So when you come, you can meet some professional baseball players. We have raffles. We have silent raffles, live raffles, and then also we want people to have a good time when they're there as well. So.
What time's the gala?
That starts at 7 o'clock. It's on Friday, December 6th, and it's again at the Mohegan Sun Earth Ballroom. So we're excited about that. So got a bunch of things in the hopper here coming up.
I know. It sounds like you're going to be keeping me busy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Great,
so
thanks.
We're going to, so the media portion of it, we're going to rely on you to get the word out to our people, not only on this side of the river, but throughout Southeastern Connecticut. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So what else we got going on? From what I understand is we're working on finalizing a new website.
We are. So we're at we presently have one, and we started, we're bare bones a few years ago, or year and a half ago, and so our website is www.mlsec.org.
Okay.
And so it was a great start for us, and it got some information out there. But we've come to a whole new level now, where I think it's important for us to get more information out for people to be able to purchase tickets online for our gala and for our Oyster Festival and some other types of things that we have going on, and just for us to step it up a notch, I guess is a better word for it. And so we're working with a professional design company to get that fully designed, and so far so good. It's a process, as anybody probably knows, from one website to another. But that should be up and running here really shortly. So we're excited about that. So.
What else is going on?
So it's just we're in that really big fundraising phase. I have a great board of directors. I have 24 members of board of directors, and we meet on a monthly basis, and we are just coming up with ideas on what to do. Once the field's built, then we got to program it.
Right.
And that's the exciting part, and that's the part I'm really looking forward to. This field and the whole relationship with the Miracle League has really started other programming for us as far as Park and Rec and our relationship with the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut. So we just finished a program August 12th through the 16th, and it's called I Can Bike. And
we talked about that last time you were
here. The program is just tremendous. We had 32 kids with disabilities come. They learn how to ride a bike, a two-wheel bike, for the first time independently.
Nice.
And something a lot of us take for granted, that you hop on a bike, you get training wheels, and all of a sudden you learn to go, and you're off and going. Where someone with a disability or whatever has a little tougher time with balance issues and that type of thing. So we had 32 kids. participate in the week-long program, and to see them start on Monday on the specialized bike and then transition on Friday or Thursday, Friday onto their own bike, and now they're riding independently is just
cool.
Very rewarding, and it's a great, probably the best program that we do as far as either Park and Rec is concerned or through the Miracle League. And then a week after, we had an adaptive or inclusive kayaking program where we have a mentor with someone with a disability in a tandem kayak, and we go out in Smith Cove. Three Bells Marina has been great to us in Niantic. They provide us with the kayaks and that kind of thing for a week, and it's similar, so it's kind of built off of the I Can Bike, and then we get into kayaking, and then we're really excited. We have a dance program coming up that's called Everybody Dance Now. That program will start October 4th in East Lyme at Dance 22 Studio, and it's the second one. We did one in the spring. It was so popular, we're going to do it again in the fall. So not only are we building the athletic field for kids with disabilities, we're also doing more and more programming too, and it's very rewarding, and it's exciting for us to go in that direction. So,
cool. Very cool. So what else do you want to tell us about the organization?
Our mission is, and our whole thing is, every child deserves a chance to play.
Absolutely.
And so we gear everything off of that motto, and everything off of, what can we do to enhance the lives of these children and the families. So, there's a great video on the Miracle League of Connecticut's website on the baseball portion of it, and how important it is for the families to have a chance to be with other families and network. That's very important as far as that is concerned. And then just seeing the joy of their kids getting a chance to play a sport or be involved in an activity where they might not have been before. So,
would you mind sticking around for another segment?
I'd love to. Yes, thank you.
We'll be right back.
Newspapers and media outlets merging all over the country, communities are losing their local voice.
There's so much going on in the community that I think doesn't really, there's a lot of folks who are unaware of it. And I think things like this can bring it out into the community, and in that way kind of bring the community together.
Information to our residents is the key to good governance. And with the national media and local media not often covering us, this is an excellent opportunity for us constantly to communicate with our constituents and also to have them communicate with us.
The best outcomes will be achieved through a community-based organization that grows its operation and scale by means of locally produced programming.
All of our content is volunteer produced, so we do shows from talk shows to music shows, working with high schools.
VSC-TV is committed to ensuring that the investment made to secure these powerful tools will pay great dividends in the community for many, many years.
And good evening, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. Sitting here with Dave Putnam from the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut. Dave, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. Thanks for having me.
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Thanks for sticking around. So, Dave, we were talking a little bit about in the first segment of exactly what the Miracle League is and what the mission of the Miracle League is. So, for those of my viewers and listeners just joining us, can we maybe start from the top and tell me exactly what you guys are and what you do?
Great. So we are a nonprofit organization, a bunch of volunteers, have a board of directors of 24 people, and our whole goal is every child deserves a chance to play. And so we base all of our thinking and all of our programming and what we're about and about the construction of our new athletic field is that is our motto, our hashtag is that every child deserves a chance to play. So that's kind of our mission statement in a little condensed little ball there, and we're off and running with some programming, and as you know, as being a board member, thank you for that we are in our fundraising stages for the construction of a fully accessible athletic field for kids with disabilities.
Absolutely. And how are things going with the construction project?
Things are great. So we needed to raise approximately $500,000 to build this field. It's a barrier-free field. It's very similar to a port in place or something that's that you see in a lot of playgrounds now. That's kind of the surface that's going to go down so that there's no bases protruding, right then. So kids in walkers and wheelchairs, it's all barrier free. So kind of, I don't know if you can see that on the flyer there, but that's kind of what it looks like.
Okay.
And We're really excited about it. We're at $450,000 into our fundraising efforts. We're getting really close. We have some things in the hopper coming up with some fundraising and stuff, and actually feel comfortable that we're going to go out to bid here in the next few weeks for to start construction, hopefully this fall. We'd love to do an opening day sometime in May of next year to have
excellent. Fundraisers coming up. What do we got?
So we got a few things coming up, and some of our organizations and companies in East Lyme and in the surrounding area have been great about doing some fundraising for us. And so we have Scott's Yankee Farmer, which is on Boston Post Road in East Lyme. They have a corn maze that's very popular. Starts August 31st through November 3rd. They're open during the weekdays from 11 to 4, weekends 10 to 4. And a portion of those proceeds for every kid that goes through or family that goes through that corn maze, portion of that proceeds will come to the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut.
Cool.
So we're really excited about that. And then the big weekend coming up is Saturday, August 12th. October 12th. So August 12th.
No.
So it's already happened.
Wrong.
October 12th is our second annual Niantic Bay Oyster Festival.
Yeah.
And so we go from last year, we raised about $17,000 to $18,000 to go towards the project. It's all run by Julie Wilson, who's on my board, and a bunch of volunteers that we put this on. And we have a lot of different activities going on that day. We have a bunch of oyster farmers that come, and you can taste the oysters, and then we have other food vendors that are there as well, beer vendors. We have music, we have a shucking contest, we have a golf ball drop raffle. So it's really an exciting event. And then Niantic Main Street, who's a local organization down in Niantic, has also gotten behind it, and they're going to do a vintage fair on the same day. So we're hoping to draw a lot of people to Niantic Main Street. Come down to the Oyster Festival's right on Main Street at St. John's Church in their back green, and then we'll have a vintage fair going on and vintage cars, and make it a one-day kind of celebration for Niantic with. Hopefully we draw a lot of people into the Oyster Festival, and they eat a lot of oysters and, and do those kinds of things. So that is coming up on October 12th. Also the weekend of October 12th is the Walk of Horror, which is Halloween's right around the corner. So we have the East Lyme Police Cadets are putting on a haunted house type thing in the East Lyme Community Center. And a portion of those proceeds, again, come to us, to the Miracle League. Our community's been so great about getting behind our project, and in the Miracle League it's been really rewarding. And then on October 26th we have a scrapbooking crop. I'm not really too much familiar with that, but
that's okay. It's
going to be at the Masonic Temple in Niantic, and October 26th, and I guess you scrapbook all day. It's called a crop, and if you want more information you can go to our website and find out more information on it. But that's coming up October 26th. And then we have our big gala. And so our big gala last year raised $77,000 for our project. It's at the Mohegan Sun on Friday, December 6th from 7 to whenever. And last year we had a baseball themed gala, and we'll continue with that. We had Bobby Valentine was our guest speaker, and he was great and very supportive of the Miracle League. And then we had other professional local athletes that were there. Nick Ahmed from the Arizona Diamondbacks was there. Rajay Davis, who's now with the Mets, he was there. He's an East Lyme resident. Pete Walker was there. Pete is the pitching coach for the Toronto Blue Jays, an East Lyme High School graduate. He's also on our advisory board. We had Craig Breslow was there, John Andrioli. So we had some local professional athletes, and it was really well received, and people had fun. And the name of it is Playing for a Miracle. And we just we want people to come, and we have cornhole boards going. We have other kinds of games going on, as well as our panel of speakers. And we have live raffles, silent auctions. Last year we raffled off a Mike Trout signed jersey, an Aaron Judge signed jersey, Ohtani signed jersey, and so I have an advisory board that's made up of Pete Walker, who I mentioned before, Andrew Bailey, who's the pitching coach for the Los Angeles Angels, John McDonald, who's with the Cleveland Indians, Todd Donovan, who's a scout with the Philadelphia Phillies, and Roger LaFrance, who's a coach with the St. Louis Cardinals. So, and a scout. So they've been great about helping us with memorabilia and getting people to become involved with our charity as well. So I can't thank those guys enough for being on the advisory board, and also, lending our or lending their expertise and their talents to our gala. So that's again Friday, December 6th. 7 to, I think it was 11 o'clock last year at the Mohegan Sun, the Earth Ballroom. The Mohegan Sun has been great to us with this event and providing us with the room and some other type of activities that goes on. So I can't thank them enough for getting behind our cause as well. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're a very busy organization.
We are, and so like I mentioned, we have 24 people on our board. It seems pretty big, but you know what? Every one of the 24 is very active.
Exactly.
It's not like, and so they're very passionate about about getting this field built and about getting into phase 2, which is a playscape, total barrier-free playscape, and then also look to finally phase 3 would be a restroom building and storage building. And we're looking at a whole cost of like $1.1 million for the whole project. And I think I mentioned before, our goal is not to use any taxpayers' money. We want to do it privately funded, and we've been able to do that so far. And I think a lot of people like that and respect it. We're trying to get out, and those people that want to donate can donate as little or as much as they'd like, and we're just revamping our new website, and hopefully that'll be up and running really soon, but we're excited. And,
absolutely.
Yeah. Excited to have you on our
I know,
on our
I was going
board
to say,
too.
I'm excited to be on the board. It sounds like we do a lot of work, but we also know how to mix in a little bit of fun.
Yeah, well, absolutely, and that's the other thing that's been great is these activities, the Oyster Festival and the Playing for a Miracle, and we have a trivia night that we just did in the spring, and all the other types of fundraisers that we do and people have done for us. Not only been a lot of work, they've been a lot of fun too.
Absolutely.
And I've met so many nice people in just the 16 months that we've been up and trying to get this field and this project going. So
Right, exactly. Wow.
Yeah. And then the programming becomes a big issue for us.
Yeah,
and so once it's built, we want to program the heck out of it. And it won't just be for baseball. It's designed where we can do lacrosse and soccer and whatever types of sports or special events that we want to do. The Miracle League of Connecticut in West Hartford, which is the only other Miracle League field in Connecticut, they do a great trick-or-treating event up there the Saturday before Halloween, where they get a lot of the local businesses involved, and they set up tables, and the kids in wheelchairs and walkers and kids with disabilities can go and trick-or-treat on that field. There's no barriers.
No.
If a young child was in a wheelchair and tried to trick-or-treat in a typical neighborhood, they're going to struggle with steps and curbs and all that other stuff. So this is a really neat event, and we're going to copy it.
Yeah, all right.
We're going to
do that.
If we, if we're ready this fall, which I don't think we will be, but definitely for next fall. Those are some different things that we can do with this project in this athletic field, and we can do other special events. We can do movie nights. We can do all kinds of different things on this field. So we're excited about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the mission of the Miracle League?
Yeah. So every child deserves a chance to play, and so we've since we've started this project with the Miracle League of Connecticut, our programming has increased too, and I'm not only the executive director of the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut, which is a voluntary basis. I'm also the Park and Rec director for the town of East Lyme.
Yeah.
So with that, we're able to do some really neat cooperative and partnerships with programming. So I think I talked a little bit about our Ike and Bike program in the last session, and what a great program. It teaches kids with disabilities how to ride a two-wheel bike independently. It's a week-long camp. It's 75 minutes. These kids start on Monday on a specialized bike, and by Thursday, Friday, they're out on their own bikes, learning to ride, become independent riders, and that's really heartwarming to see that. And that's developed into some other programming. We do a basketball program in the winter. We do a kayaking program in the summer. We're doing a dance program coming up here in the fall. And so the programming's really taken off, and we want to do so much more for kids with disabilities, that we're really excited that what this is morphed into more than just an athletic field project. It's really morphed into some programming and some special events. And
speaking of special events, if people want more information, where should they go on the website, and what can they find on the website?
Perfect. So 2 websites I'm going to give you. The first one is the one that's under construction. So we're under construction right now.
Yeah.
www.mlsect.org.
Okay.
You You can go there and have a little bit of information on there. We also, if you go to miracleleaguect.org, which is our parent company, our parent organization, the Miracle League of Connecticut, it has a tag up there for Southeastern Connecticut, and that'll show our programs and types of things that we offer. We're in the process of getting a new website, and I think we've already kind of talked about it a little bit, but we need to get a more professional look for our organization.
Absolutely.
We've kind of have done a good job of getting the word out, but we need to do a better job in our social media and a better job on our website, and that's kind of where we're at right now. And like I said, we're really close to our goal of getting the athletic field, but we're halfway towards our ultimate goal, which is a big facility that includes the field, a playscape, a playground area, restroom, bathroom facility, all barrier free. The other thing that's kind of come out of this is Kevin Ollie, who's a UConn basketball coach, has he has the Talon Fund as part of his charity. One of his charities has a huge golf tournament for that, and he puts in what's called Kevin's Courts. And Kevin's Courts are adaptable basketball courts. There's 10 different stations around, and this is going to be part of our project. Will be at Kevin's Court. So we're really excited about that.
Dave Putnam, thanks for coming down. We'll see you soon.
You got it. All right.
On behalf of Dave Putnam, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks. Good night. We'll see you next time.